The gunshot fractured the night, a violent crack that ricocheted through the corridors of Castle Howard, startling portraits from their stillness, disturbing the ancient hush of sleeping stone. Lady Eleanor Harrington was awake when it came. She had not been sleeping well, not with whispers drifting through walls, not with secrets gathering weight. She rose immediately. Her silk robe trailed behind her as she hurried down the corridor toward the library. The door stood ajar. Candlelight flickered inside, and as she reached the threshold, a shadow moved. A figure, indistinct, slipped past her in the corridor, too swift to identify, too deliberate to be mistaken. Lady Eleanor barely registered it. Her focus had already shifted inward, to the body slumped across the desk. Lord Henry Harrington lay motionless, one arm draped across polished oak, a metallic scent of blood mingled with pipe smoke. "Henry," she whispered, but the room offered no reply. Servants gathered, footsteps echoed, and within the hour, I was summoned. By dawn, fog swallowed the estate. The fog clung to Castle Howard like a shroud, a damp grey veil absorbing sound and light alike. It was an oppressive atmosphere, fitting for the grim business that had brought me here. My name is Alistair Finch. My profession is to peel back deception, to uncover truth buried beneath civility. But even before I entered the library, I knew this would not be a simple matter of suicide. The pistol lay too neatly placed, the angle of the wound wrong. A single shot to the temple, but the positioning suggested struggle. And then, beneath the desk, something glinted faintly in morning light. A brooch, gold, delicately engraved with intertwined initials, H.H., an heirloom of the Harrington line. Why would such a piece lie discarded on the floor? They always tell the story of the two, the lovers, the destined, the tragic. But there is always a third. Lady Eleanor, the wife, poised in grief, controlled. Miss Isabella Thorne, the cousin, radiant, unapologetic. And Miss Clara Davis, the governess. So quiet, she seemed almost part of the architecture itself. Isabella did not deny the romance. "Lord Harrington saw me," she said, in the conservatory. "He understood my fire." Lady Eleanor endured it with brittle composure. "My husband was a man of strong passions," she said evenly. Yet beneath her restraint, resentment simmered. The narrative was obvious: the jealous wife, the luckless lover. But obvious stories rarely hold the truth. It was Clara who unsettled me most. Her father, Thomas Davis, had served as butler here for 40 years. Clara had grown up within these very walls, not as nobility, not entirely as servant. She and Henry Harrington had shared a nursery,
this one's for you.
Read from the same books,
He
dreamed
looks just
beneath
like
the
the
same
Nutcracker.
ceiling beams. He once declared he would escape expectation. She confessed she feared she would never escape invisibility. On her 12th birthday, he gave her
Clara,
the brooch.
I want you to have this.
A
It's a
token,
promise.
he had
It's
told
beautiful,
her.
Lord Harrington.
So you
I will
never
treasure
forget
it.
you belong here too. Childhood does not recognize class. Adulthood enforces it ruthlessly. Henry became Lord Harrington. Clara became governess. Proximity remained. Equality vanished. Clara adored him, not with Isabella's fire, but with steady devotion. He confided in her still, spoke of loneliness, a feeling unseen beneath title and expectation. She listened,
The weight of this estate
as she
crushes me,
always
Clara.
had.
You need not carry it
When
alone, my
Isabella
lord.
arrived,
Your kindness is my
Clara
solace.
did not burn with jealousy. She burned with regret.
regret that she had never spoken, regret that she believed herself unworthy. "You are searching for the one who loved him most," Clara told me later by the lake. Mist drifted across still water. "He felt trapped," she said. "He reached for the pistol in despair. I tried to stop him. We struggled. The gun discharged." "And the shadow?" I asked quietly. Her silence answered first. "Then I fled. I saw Lady Eleanor approaching. I panicked. I thought she would assume the worst." So it had been Clara who slipped past the doorway, the shadow Lady Eleanor glimpsed. "I loved him," she said finally, "in my own quiet way. I loved the boy in the nursery, not the Lord in the library." She opened her palm. The brooch rested there. "I never told him. I thought there would be time." There rarely is. As I departed Castle Howard, the fog began to lift. Sunlight stretched across the lawns. The lovers would become scandal. The wife would become fury. But the governess, the third, would become memory. And in that truth, I found the heart of the tragedy. Not the gunshot, not the affair, but the silence, the terrible cost of loving someone quietly.